How to get rich slow. Get that fucking trash out of your life. You have legacies to build. We grew that business from 3.4 million to 17.1. Horsepower, not horse shit. You want to be the parent that's an ally. They don't need another fucking friend. Not everybody's cup of whiskey. Toughest advice for the toughest businessmen. Be relentless. How to get rich slow. Just an interesting fact. Netflix celebrated their 25th anniversary in business last week. Netflix. How long do you think they've been around? Have they been in your life for 2 years, 3 years, maybe 5, maybe 4 or 5? The company's 25 years old as of last week. Nothing is an overnight success. And if it is, it's built on quicksand. There is nowhere, like my grandfather said, there is nowhere, son, worth going. Okay, that is the easy road. There is no shortcut to anywhere worth going. Winning a hockey championship, no shortcuts. Building a 5Xing your insurance agency, no shortcuts. Influencing 1 million men through consulting, helping them build their own world, no shortcuts. Building a marriage that's on fire, no shortcuts. Having a special connection with your children, and then they become teenagers and young adults. They want to be around you. They come home at Christmas. You have a special connection. No shortcuts. There's no hacks to doing the right thing. There's no hacks to winning championships. Tim Grover, when he wrote Relentless in Winning, Tim Grover is Michael Jordan's personal strength coach for decades, and he used to say, winning's not interested in shortcuts. Winning's not interested in magic pills. Winning isn't interested in magic buttons and hacks. It takes what it takes. And it's interesting, that's just one of a million stories with Netflix being 25 years old, where the average Joe would think, oh, they're a relatively new company. Oh, they're a company that somebody built over the last 5 years and made a small fortune, and they missed the first 20 years of work. And I'm pretty sure when they were building Netflix 25 years ago, I'm pretty sure everybody around them was like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? We have Blockbuster, we have cable, we have television. Nobody's going to watch scheduled TV. Nobody's going to, how are you going to pay for it? Where are the advertisers? Everybody has a satellite dish. What are you talking about? You know, it's like we have pay-per-views. And they kept building and kept building and kept building in obscurity. That's how it's done, right? In obscurity. You start building an email list, you have 10 people on it, then you got 30, then you got 100, nobody cares, then you got 1,000, and then all of a sudden you have an email list of, I don't know, 63,000 people like I did, and every time you press the button, you make literally tens of thousands of dollars of cash flow. Joe Rogan calling it Radio Nowhere, where his first few years of podcasting, it's like, who am I talking to? Is anybody out there? And he was already a well-known guy. Grant Cardone, 10X Grant Cardone, talking about 10 years. 10 years of shooting videos every day, 3-4 videos. Guy's a machine. Nobody liking them, nobody following them. 10 years in obscurity, in the private victories. Nobody following, nobody buying, 10 years. And then after 10 years of relentless work, all of a sudden Grant starts to break through. People start to watch his videos, people attend his seminars, but 10 years in obscurity. And Netflix, 20 years in obscurity. Steve Jobs, even, oh man, overnight success. He used to laugh. He used to get offended by that question. Overnight success. He's like, are you fucking drunk? He's like, I've sacrificed my marriage. I've sacrificed my children. I've sacrificed my entire life. I have no life but these products that we work on in our garage. And then eventually, decades later, oh man, that's such a cool gadget. And he's a billionaire, but he's lost his personal life. He's lost his physical health, his mental health, the whole deal. Overnight success? I don't think so. I don't think so. What about Jeff Bezos with Amazon? Sitting, that picture, that there's a photo of Jeff sitting at his first Amazon desk in this awful little office. And Amazon at the time was a book selling company. He was going to sell books. That's how he started. Amazon was selling books, and not many of them. And here he is sitting in front of this handwritten banner, Amazon.com. Nobody cared. Nobody knew anything about it. His friends thought he was nuts. Everybody around him stabbing him in the back, crazy lunatic. All of a sudden, Amazon, over 2 decades, transitions into the free shipping all-in-one store. Next thing you know, guy's one of the richest guys in the world. Overnight success that took 30 years. All these guys, overnight, all these guys and gals, overnight success that took 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Colonel Sanders, Kentucky Fried Chicken, didn't make any money, was bankrupt until he was in his mid-60s, I believe. Everybody laughed him out. We're not going to sell your chicken. We're not interested in Kentucky Fried Chicken. Get this old man out of here. 40 years, 50 years of grinding on the street, trying to sell his recipe. Then in his 60s and 70s, he became literally a celebrity legend. Overnight success? Sure. In 50 years, 60 years. My dad started McLean Insurance with a phone book, sitting there with his business partner, scared shitless, drinking coffee and going, we rented this place, what do we do now? The only client we have is ourselves. How are we going to sell car and home insurance? They got out the white pages and the yellow pages and they dialed for dollars for 2 years straight. Boy, that's glamorous. That's glamorous, having people slam the phone down in your ear and tell you to get lost all day, every day. All of a sudden, 45 years later, top agency in the country, 9,000 clients, one of the most profitable brokerages in the entire country, sold for a record multiple. What about my friend Russ Lowry, Oklahoma Insurance Group? Gets married, he's got kids on the way, and he's got 4 kids to support. Starts his insurance agency like my dad with the yellow pages. Here's the yellow pages, start dialing for dollars. Winning doesn't care. Winning doesn't care about your closing ratio. Winning doesn't care that you don't feel like it. Winning doesn't care that it's hard and difficult and humiliating. He just did it. He just dialed for dollars, and for decades, the Oklahoma Insurance Group is a business, an agency that's fed his family, 4 children, lives in a beautiful home. He's nearing personal sovereignty, retirement. He did it all, and he started dialing for dollars. So it's the concept that nobody wants to hear in 2023, which is get rich slowly. Everybody, the millenniums and the Zoomers, they all want today, right? I'm in my 20s, I want to be a millionaire. I'm in my 30s, I want to be a millionaire or I'm done. It's just not the way it happens most of the time. And overnight successes are more common that take 20, 30, 40 years. So that's one of the things that when I talk about my new email millions mastermind, is I don't tell guys that they're going to get rich. I tell them they're going to get rich slowly. When they start building their email list from 50 people to 100 people to 250 people to 1,000 people, and then they email the list consistently once a week, twice a week, daily if they want, That's how you get rich slowly. All of a sudden you have a bunch of leads, a bunch of referrals, and cash flow. And the great thing about the asset is it's something you'll sell at the end of your career whenever you decide that. I sold my 63,000 person email list for 500 grand 6 years ago. So it was an equity asset in my business. It was something besides everything else. Would you like an extra 250 grand in your pocket when you sell? Would you like an extra 100 grand, maybe $1 million when you sell? Build a list, create a relationship with it, and that is equity asset in your business. You can sell it when you're done whatever business you're in. Emailmillions.coach is the program. I only have a handful of spots left. I said I wasn't even going to talk about it anymore. I don't know why I lied, but this is the final time. I might send a couple of reminder emails, but this is it. If you're not in, you're out. Emailmillions.coach. And I'm going to write the emails for you, 52 emails in 52 weeks. I'm going to do a live training every month, so 12 trainings over the year to teach you how to do this eventually yourself, to teach you independence. I'm going to show you the software that you must use when you're building your list. I'm going to teach you all the ins and outs, when to send them, how to send them, what they should say. I'm going to write them for you, time of day, day of the week. And I've been at the email game now for 20 years. So I'm teaching what I'm doing. So emailmillions.coach. And we're going to start on June 1st, the first week of June. And you'll have your first email written. You'll have your first email sent the first week of June. So no more, dragging your feet and procrastinating. It's going to be about, okay, end of June, you've sent 4 emails. You're now building your list. You got 50 people on your list. Now you got 75 people on your list. Now you got 100 people on your list. And in a year's time, you have 1,000 people on your list. You press the button anytime. You write yourself a swimming pool. You write yourself a vacation. You write yourself a new home. You write yourself more marketing dollars. And then, if you want to do what I do, which is kill trees and send direct mail and flyers and newsletters and postcards, you can send an email that'll pay for that. It'll be your cash flow. It will be your cash flow. Emailmillions.com. It's ridiculously priced. Admittedly, I underpriced it. I should have charged more, but I really love this stuff. I write an email every day, 365, and I shoot a video. If I don't love what I do, I couldn't do it, right? Like, I don't believe that you love everything in business. There's lots of things in business that I don't like. But one of the things that I do enjoy is writing emails and shooting videos. So that's why I'm only charging $147 a month for civilians, outsiders, and $97 a month for my tribe, for my brothers. So if you're a newsletter subscriber, if you're a newsletter brother or mastermind brother, only $97 a month. That comes to less than $25 for a per written email. I wouldn't write an email for you for 10 grand if you tried to hire me. I couldn't be bothered. For the tribe, yes. For individuals, no. So $97 a month. You can cancel at any time. If it's not your cup of whiskey after a month or two, just tell Leanne it's not my cup of whiskey, and no hard feelings. I don't give a shit whether you're in the program or not. I'm not gonna upgrade my Escalade to a stretch one because of your membership in the email millions. But if you want me to show you the software, if you want me to coach you for the next year, if you want me to write 52 emails for you, emailmillions.coach. Emailmillions.coach. And the only promise is if you send the emails, you build your list every day, add a few more people, do what I say. Anybody that comes in contact with your business, they get added to your list, is you're going to get rich slow. You're actually going to become wealthy, and you're going to do it slowly. It's going to take years. It's going to take maybe a decade, maybe 2 decades, but If you build an asset like that list, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to make you rich slowly during the process, the 10 years, the 15 years, the 20 years. And then when you're done, because you will then sell your email list for your big payday. So it's a two-prong win. You win during the process, you get more leads, you start to make more cash over 10 years, 15 years, 5 years, 20 years, whatever it is. And then when you get to the end and you want to walk away in the sunset, you have this asset. I sold mine for 500 grand. You can sell yours for, depends what kind of a relationship you have with it. But you actually have an asset to sell at the end of the game. Man, it is the honey that brings in the money. Email is the 8th wonder of the world. Like the great Matt Fury says, 8th wonder of the world. He would know. He would know. So this is, in my biased opinion, the best way to get rich slowly. Emailmillions.coach, almost full. Step up to the plate, burn the boats, burn the ships. It's not going to break you. $97 for $147 a month. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? You have nothing to lose. Step up and swing for the fences. Do the opposite of what everybody else is doing around you. Fucking scared of their shadow now. Scared, neutered little men. Scared, neutered little men. Be the only guy out there sending an email and building this list every week. You'll stand out like a champion. You'll stand out like a badass like never before with a simple email a week. And you'll get rich slowly. You'll do the opposite of Goofy and the shit weasels. I want everything now, and they have nothing. And they have nothing, and they'll never have anything, and they'll get to the end of their life and they'll have nothing. Get rich slowly. Get rich slowly. Build lists, build an email list, build an email list. Get rich off the list. Get rich slowly off the list. And then when it's time to pack it in and go home for good, sell that asset. Sell that asset. It's your big ticket goodbye. It's your big ticket buyout. Goodbye, and go do what you want to do. Emailmillions.coach. 2 words that changed my life, 2 words that'll change your life. Be relentless.